Yes.
We've got a good plan.
So you have your dream team that you're taking
Yeah.
to
To California.
California.
Right.
Linda's part of the dream team. Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, the
And
Nancy
so
woman.
is Judy upstairs.
And Judy. Oh, Judy upstairs?
Judy's upstairs.
Wow. Judy's upstairs. And here's Carol. Good morning.
All the things that we need in abundance. It's the time for us to be that, model that, and draw it to us, because the goodness of the earth will come to us by attraction, by the law of attraction. And it will not be asked for, it will not be pled for. I will not sell cupcakes to do this work. I promise you I will not, because it is not to be done in a way that the world has seen. We are to do this in a new way, with new leaders, with new strength, with new spirituality. So thank you so much for sharing this moment.
Can you
Thank
wait
you.
1 minute? I have a couple of things that I want to say before you go. Those tender words we said to one another are stored in the secret hearts of heaven. One day, like the rain, they will fall and spread, and their mystery will grow green over the world. Second one, if you are seeking, seek us with, for we live in the kingdom of joy. Do not give your heart to anything else but to love of those who are clearly joy. Do not stray into the neighborhood of despair, for there are hopes. They are real. They exist. Do not go in the direction of darkness. I tell you, sun exists. By one of the greatest men I know, Rumi, both of them.
All of a sudden, I realized I have to do this. So I kept saying, where's my team? Because a year before, I'd had rooms like this again and again, and I love that, and I didn't have it because my goal was not to do community stuff. My goal was to get the vision big enough so we could do this thing. And the first amazing thing that happened was when Ruth Sharon, who was a new advisor, said, why don't you go to the Parliament? There'll be a lot of stories there. And I said, what Parliament? The Parliament of the World's Religions. Oh, what's that? It's coming to Salt Lake. Really? So I started to get the energy that something about this coming event is going to matter a lot to me. And it did not take me more than about 2 days to realize that it was the catalyst for what was going to happen. Because we're going to find people all over the world of like mind. And we were going to have their contact information by right, because they would come to us. So little by little, we gathered over 50 volunteers. We quickly put into action patterns and systems and prepared as fast as we could to be at the Parliament. And lo and behold, we have people who want to come to Parliament from all over the country. So our volunteers came from, actually at Parliament, from Florida and Pennsylvania and Tennessee and Arizona and Utah and Washington that I know of. So we went into Parliament by the skin of our teeth. Where are we going to find the equipment and how are we going to do this? And we got there, and I hadn't even seen most of the volunteers before. They didn't know how to run the equipment. We didn't know exactly how we were going to do the registration. We did have a button that we sold to raise funds, but this is what we did. We gathered stories from amazing people 241 amazing people. We connected with the interfaith leaders that put the Parliament on. These are no inconsequential people. These are the people who were saying, I have my faith, you have your faith, and we are going to create something in Parliament that is really fantastic. 50 different denominational groups from 70 countries. And they were the spiritual and religious leaders. The spiritual and religious leaders who came to this event. And they came with big hearts and open minds and a lot of joy just to be together.
I'm here volunteering because I feel too. I'm going by spirit, and everybody's story needs to be told. Because as we tell our stories, we also have the opportunity of letting go. And so in letting go, that creates space for more to come in. Our past is what brought us to this point, and we're in creation of more create in our lives from this day forward. What do we want to create? We can tell our story and move forward. It's amazing.
I think it's a very worthwhile endeavor and interested in seeing it promoted. I feel the same purity of intent working with Paulette and watching her talk about Life Story Library as I used to from my Sunday school teachers when I was a kid. You know, I think it's pure and inspired, and that she is a gentle and loving person, and I like being around her.
I mean, again, and actually get to work with some of the things we're going to be doing.
Yes, it's going to be exciting.
It's
It's good to meet you.
Oh, nice to meet you too.
Things to come to life, and to see it come to life, and know that we did it in time, and we did it right, is tremendously blessing. Just a tremendous blessing to me. And to all of us. So excited. It just feels to me like you have to go into neutral before you change gear.
Yes.
And you especially have to do it if you're going from a reverse to a forward. You have to go into a neutral place before you can actually shift that gear. And we've just done a shift in the universe, and we can go forward now. But until you've gone into that neutral place and you've said, I'm really lost, you don't pick it up. You're not open enough to pick it up. You don't need it enough. You don't want it enough. And then when it comes, you just run. But when you say yes,
Watch
and
out.
you mean yes, and the other people around you do the same, there's not much that can stop it. No. Someday it will matter that we are all here, and that we were here at the beginning of something really important. And so I'm very excited that you're here. So that's wonderful.
You know, Paulette, having all these volunteers here, how does it feel?
It's a dream come true for me. It's something I wanted all my heart.
How did you find us?
You found me.
I know I did. Told you I didn't want to part after class.
1, 2, 3.
Yes, we have beautiful stories. Stories of transformation and awakening. They come from the voices of ordinary people around the world. Silence doesn't change lives. Our stories do. Tell your story, leave your mark, and help us touch the hearts, open the minds, and connect the human family through powerful stories like these.